we're gonna start with Miss Jenny tonight. Yeah, so make sure if you are a guest tonight that you are saying that you are a guest and who invited you. So
we ready?
Yes, let me yep, there we go.
Okay, so welcome to our team cooking show tonight with Champion. I'm Jenny, and I'm a star director with Champion. I've been in Tupperware about 7 years. Amy and I started at almost the same time. And tonight we are going to do just a couple things, a couple quick recipes, and talk to you a little bit about some of the amazing offers Tupperware has tonight and always. So we're going to start. Amy, do you want to start with cooking, and then we'll come back, and then we'll go back, and then we'll come back?
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Awesome. Okay.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start, and I'm going to share with you one of my favorite recipes. So, but it is fun recipe, and it is pumpkin spice cold brew, which is perfect for this time of year, right? We love our cold brew, and I am going to get mine out. I made mine fresh in our cold brew system. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this thing real quick because it is like a must-have. So before this came out, I had no idea what cold brew was, right? And I didn't drink a whole lot of coffee just because it was kind of bitter, right? And I didn't like the whole bitterness. And so now we have our cold brew system, and it's actually less bitter and less acidic than normal coffee. Now, a lot of times I do warm up my coffee, my cold brew, just because I like it nice and hot in the morning, especially this time of year when it's nice and cold out. But you can also drink it, and I can drink it when it's cold, when we have our when we have them in recipes like this one tonight. So anyway, this is awesome. So it's 3 pieces. So it's the cover, which also inverts into a tray, the filter, and the carafe. Now, I went ahead and there's 3 different lines on here. So the very first line, that is the line that I always use for my coffee grinds. Now, if you like it really strong, like truck driver strong, then you're going to want to fill it up to that second line. And then you're going to fill up that third line with your water. And you're going to put it all in here at once. Now, if you fill it up to the truck driver strong line, then make sure you pour that water in slow. Otherwise, your coffee grinds are going to come out. So I have a happy helper that just came over here. You'll see her in a minute, but hopefully she doesn't try to eat anything. There she is. She says, "Mommy." All right, so I'm going to just pull this out. Now it's been brewing for about 8 hours, which is long enough for me. And I'm just going to let most of that drip out. And then I'm going to just put it in the tray. Set that aside. So what I love about this is that when you pour it, now I can't move. Hey, there, I'm going to move you over here. We have wheelie chairs in our house. And so since we have wheelie chairs, my dog jumps in them and they just slide across wherever she wants them to go. She's a crazy dog. All right. So anyway, I have my cold brew in here, and I actually have my micro pitcher so that I can measure this out. So I am doubling my recipe tonight, and we are going to have, the recipe calls for 4 ounces, which is half a cup of cold brew. And we're going to put we're going to use 1 cup. So our micro pitchers, now if I wanted it warm, I could warm it up in here, but I'm not going to warm it up because I like this recipe cold. But our micro pitcher, the top part, has 1 cup on here. And I love this thing because it's easy to pour out of. And so is this. It doesn't drip. So watch. I love it because it's not going to drip because it has a really nice lip all the way around. All right, so it gets up there really tall. So I have, you see that? No drips. Now, before I spill this all over the place, I better pour it down in here, right? So what I use our micro pitcher for a lot is melting butter because it is perfect because you don't get butter splattering all over. It does come with top and the bottom. Yes, I said that right. All right. So I already had in here four, because I doubled it, tablespoons of whole milk. And so I'm going to now put in there some sugar and pumpkin puree, and it should just drop. Yeah, it just dropped right in there. And it's okay if not all of it goes in. And then, so I love this quick shake. You can use this quick shake for making shakes like these. You can use it for making gravy. This is the gravy maker, right? I mean, I don't make gravy, but people make gravy, and this is what they say is the gravy maker. So all you do is put your stuff to make gravy in here and you shake it. Now my kiddos like it because they like shaking it. All right. And that's it. Then we have cold brew and it is pumpkin spice. And let me tell you, oh, so you put some spice, some pumpkin pie spice actually in the coffee grinds while you are brewing it overnight. And it is delicious the next day. It tastes like pumpkin pie spice. You don't even have to add creamer to it for the yumminess. But so while Jeni goes back over there, I'm actually going to tell you a little bit about me. So I started, like Jeni said, around the same time as her, which was 7 years ago. And I am a 3-star director. And it's amazing. I absolutely love what I do, and I love helping people with recipes and in the kitchen and having kitchen solutions because Tupperware has so many awesome things to help everybody in their homes. And so I love sharing that. All right, so we're going to take it back to Jeni, and she's going to tell you about some of our awesome things that Tupperware helps, that Tupperware supplies for us.
I am. So I don't know if we have guests on or not. If we do, I'm going to tell you how to sign up and join this fun little group. And if you're already a consultant, we're going to talk a little bit about the kits and some of the things that you might not know. First off, there's 3 ways that you can become part of Tupperware and become part of Champion at this point. The first one is it's our virtual kit. And that is for $15. And that's pretty much, you get a free website for 3 months with that. And that's if you're pretty much interested in getting your own discount, being able to use some of our sample prices, which is like 35% off even sale prices. And just, kind of dabbling and seeing if you're interested in starting a business or if you just are like a Sam's Club kind of person. The second way, and this is our $60 business kit. This is $150 in product, and it's got some of the really basic, great products that you need to try. And what's going to happen is, like, you'll get this modular mate. It's a modular mate oval 2. It's great. You'll get one of our fridge smarts, and everybody needs a fridge smart. Everybody needs sets of fridge smarts, but you have to start somewhere. So you get a fridge smart and the modular mate. You get a couple of our lunches, one of our Eco to Go cups, which is, I love these things. They are great. They fit in your car holder, which is very important anymore. And you get one of our Crystal Wave matching bowls to go with that, right? And then you get our chop and prep. This is a mini chopper. This thing is fantastic. You have to have 1, 2, or more in your kitchen, and you'll use it every day, promise, once you have one. So this is the basic business kit. And what happens is you get this for $60, and after you get it and you use it, about 2 days later, you wish you had gone ahead and gotten the whole thing. So for $109, you get all of this that you see right here. From here on over, you get all of this. So you get the big chopper, the chop and prep that goes with the mini chopper, and you think, well, maybe I don't need both of those. Yeah, you seriously do. This thing is amazing, and it has a whip in it too. You can pour the liquid down in there so you don't have to keep taking the top off. You get one of our water bottles, which we love, 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 love water bottles. Measuring cups and spoons, and these are like amazing. These are Good Housekeeping approved. They are fantastic. There's measurements in here that you can't get with other measuring cup sets, and the measurements are on the handle and on the spoons, so they're not going to wear off. Have you had those where you have to look at it and go, is that an eighth or a quarter? Because I really don't know. You get one of our great silicone spatulas and a that's a bowl, which everybody needs. A couple of our freezer mates, our breakfast maker, which that is a really misleading name. You can do poached eggs in there, you can do omelets in there, but then you can do French toast, you can do pancakes, you can make a cake in there, okay? You can steam vegetables in the breakfast maker. So it's kind of a handy little thing. It's great to take to work and use in the microwave there. And then you get a set of the square set of our Bentonsargs, which are amazing. Those go, they're great for plan over meals, to take to work with you, or to even to send with the kids, depending on if they can use a microwave at school. Some of them can. So those go from the freezer to the microwave, and the little vent in the front, you can just pull that out. That way, whenever you put it in the microwave, everybody else's leftover food that's in that work microwave doesn't fall down in your food, because the seal is already on it, and it's letting the steam in to heat your food up, but it's not letting the other yuck in to mix with your food, right? So these are our kits, the basic kit and the business kit. So if you have these, if you've got one or the other, or you've done the $15 virtual kit, congratulations, good decision. And if you're still trying to decide, or you're just not sure yet what you want to do, talk to whoever invited you tonight and let them tell you about some of the other things that Tupperware does every month that goes along with these kits. There's always an extra offer, and there's bonus offers that you can have with these. So find out what it is for tonight, and then what it might be tomorrow morning. So Amy, do you want to go ahead? You're making something else delicious, aren't you?
I am. So, I am actually going to make one of my go-to desserts tonight, and I'm going to make it in, it's only 2 ingredients, which I love simple, right? And everybody, I mean, who doesn't love simple? So it's 2 ingredients. It's a cake mix, and it's a can of pumpkin, which is very popular right now, right? Pumpkin. But this is actually a Weight Watcher recipe. And so I love this recipe. I've used it for many years. I used it before I even did Weight Watchers. I don't remember. I think it was my mother-in-law introduced me to this recipe, and so it is awesome. So normally a cake takes what, like 45 minutes or so in the oven to bake. And first, you have to let the oven preheat. So in the summertime, which we don't have to worry about right now, but in the summertime when it's nice and hot, you don't want to crank up your stove, right? Your oven, and have it heat up your whole kitchen. So, and this actually, our stack cooker is amazing for making your, for making a cake in the microwave in just under 10 minutes, as long as it's a box mix. Now, if you're doing a, I have learned this, so learn from my mistakes, okay? Learn from me that you want to do box mix less time than a mix that you like, a homemade. All right, so it just takes a little bit longer for a homemade cake, but still only 15 minutes for homemade. But let me tell you about the stack cooker and why you want this in your kitchen. So it has 5 pieces to it, and so it has the lid, right, which inverts into a casserole dish, which this holds 3/4 of a quart. And so this is perfect for doing like an apple crisp in here, or berry crisp, or even like cornbread, or maybe actually what I do in here a lot is vegetables. And so like last night we had a big can, gosh, what is it, like 24-ounce can of corn. You drain it and you pour it in here, and it all fits in here. It's so nice. And then it also comes with a cone, which I'm going to be showing you that here in a little bit. It comes with a colander, which this is how I brown my meat always, because I have 3 little kids here running around. I have a 4-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 12-year-old, and I don't have, and a dog. okay, and a husband, of course. And so anyway, I'm chasing them around the house. Maybe not the husband, but the other ones I'm always chasing around. And so I don't have time to stand. Whoa, that got really, really bright. Hang on a minute. What is going on over here? So you don't want me bright like that, do you? So anyway, I don't have time to stand at the stovetop and worry about stirring up my meat and having it splatter all over the place. Who wants to do that? Not me. Good gravy. I have the dropsies today, and my light keeps going up and down. I'm just gonna turn that thing off. All right, because I don't trust it anymore. So anyway, we have this. You do this in your microwave, 3 minutes, 1 pound of meat, and you break it up a little bit, and it is perfect, perfectly cooked. Now, sometimes it takes a little bit longer, depends on the wattage of your microwave. But then you pull it out, and you have all your grease and all your gunk in the bottom of your casserole dish. So you just discard that. I don't recommend putting it down your drain. Put it in the can of like your corn that you already cooked. All right. So then you can just toss it into the trash can. And it comes with your casserole dish. So this one is great. Oh, hang on a second. Let me just back it up just for a second, because if you're not doing meat in here, like your ground meat, you can actually, it comes with a 1 1 3/4 casserole dish. You can do meat in here too. So you can do chicken in here. You can do I don't know. I do chicken in here all the time. Chicken. That's what we eat. Lots of chicken, or I use it for meat. But you can use it for whatever you want because it's 1 3/4 quart. You can actually do eggs in there. That would be awesome. Having eggs in the bottom and maybe sausage on the top, and then the dish on the bottom, right? So this is your 3/4 casserole dish. And so this is the one that I use most of the time. So I actually got this because I was told that I could do my meatloaf. Okay, so I have this awesome meatloaf recipe that I have shared with everybody for the last, oh gosh, I've had it now for 12 years because that's how old my daughter is. And that's when my girlfriend gave me this recipe. And so it took an hour and a half though to bake my meatloaf in the oven. And then I was told when I started selling Tupperware that I could do my meatloaf in the stack cooker in just 15 minutes. I'm like, what? Shut up. Like, seriously? So because my kiddos were 2 and 4, and so we're like crazy busy all the time. This is when I first got my stack cooker. And so to have that extra time was amazing. And so I definitely scooped this up as soon as I was told how much time that this product would save me and my kiddos in the kitchen. And so, but you can also do cakes in it. You could do all kinds of cakes in it. You could do, gosh, what is that? German chocolate cake in here, pineapple upside down cake in here. You could do a lava cake in here. Whatever your favorite cake is, you could do it in the stack cooker in just moments, really. And let's say that you have a friend come over or a couple of unexpected guests, and you're like, oh gosh, so you're going to make them some cold brew, and then you're going to make them some cake to go with that cold brew, because they're just like, they go together, right? Coffee and cake. And then they're going to be like, wow, how did you do that so fast? You're like, oh, it's my Tupperware. It's amazing. All right, so I have my can of pumpkin, and I'm just going to mix this in with my cake mix. And then I'm going to put it in the microwave. And you know how long I'm going to cook it for? I'm going to cook it for 8 minutes. 8 minutes in the microwave. And the spatula is so nice because it gets all that wonderful pumpkin out of the can. So it's pretty easy. So I'm just going to mix this up, make sure that all of the dry is not dry anymore. It's actually okay if you have a little bit of dry left over, but for the most part, it's going to be all like looking like a cake mix. Now I'm going to put it in the microwave, and I will show it to you all when at the end. So Jenny, if you want to go ahead and do your thing. She's going to share another awesome recipe with you all.
Absolutely will. Amy and I are on a dessert sweet wonderfulness round tonight. So I am just going to make something very, very simple. But I wanted to show you one of the newest products in our catalog, and that is our whip and mix chef. It's very new, and I think that's the name of it. I'm pretty sure. It's whip and mix chef. So it has these little beaters at the bottom. They go around like this, and it fits right down inside this. And this is like a measuring cup. The measurements are on the outside of it so that you can see how much you're putting in there. It, again, like the Power Chef, it has the funnel that you can put liquid in once you get started if you need more. But all we're going to do tonight is make some, this is sugar-free pistachio pudding, and I'm going to make it. I'm going to pour a little bit of that in there, and then, okay, so Amy used the top part of this measuring cup. I'm using the bottom part because it has 2 cups in it. So we're just going to pour that in there. And then we're going to add the rest of our pudding. You guys, this is so amazing. You have to watch this. This is great for things like whipped cream. You can make your own whipped cream in here, which is awesome. And it has 2 speeds. So you just hold it right here, and it's got like a little brick thing that you can hold right here. And you start in the first speed. And it's a little loud, so I'll try and talk louder, which usually isn't a problem for me at all. And the thing I like about this, well, there's a couple things I like about it. And now you can turn it to the second gear, and it's a little, it's softer actually to listen to, but it helps with making it like a little stiffer. So as things get, as your whipped cream or your pudding or your cake mix starts to get thicker, you can put it on the second gear, and it makes it really easy to turn. So one of the things that I realized about this is when I joined Tupperware 7 years ago, I wanted one product that was in the kit. That was the only reason I joined. I didn't want to do anything else. I just wanted, and it was called the Quick Chef, I believe. And it was kind of a combination of these two. And when this came out, I was like, oh my goodness, that's fantastic, because they quit selling the Quick Chef, but I had one because that was what I wanted. And I was just so excited that this came out. And once I started using it, I was even more excited because it's so simple to use. So we're gonna open it up, and you can see the pudding is ready. And then instant pudding's quick anyway, but your kids can do this, okay? They can help you with this. And kids love to do that kind of stuff. My grandkids like to do this. So, and then you can pour it right out of here. And these are our Clearly Elegant dishes. They're really pretty. This is a great Halloween dessert. Look at that green. I kind of love that. So just pour it right out of there into the little dessert dishes. And I'm going to put the seals on it and put it in the refrigerator. And then tomorrow, if you have kids or you're looking for a Halloween dessert, you can put some little candy corn on top. I was teasing Amy earlier, and I said I was going to buy those little candy pumpkins and put them on top and tell people that I was making my own pumpkin patch. So it's a fun thing to do. But like I said, really easy when the kids get home from school, or if they're just looking for something to do for a few minutes. And honestly, you need to have them have something to do. 2 cups of milk and a box of pudding, and your whip and mix chef. There we go. I'll get it. You know, they have something to do for a few minutes. Plus, whenever they're all done and you put this in the refrigerator for 5 minutes, you can sit down with them and have just a really quick little snack, and everybody's happy, and they made it for you, which will really make them happy. So, Amy, are you coming back to show us what you've got, or?
I can, but it still has 6 minutes.
It still has 6 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then the other things we can talk about. Christy, do we have guests on?
Motion detected at the family room.
Christy?
I'm here, sorry. Yes, we only have one guest, Lisa with Amy.
All right. Elisa or Lisa?
I think it's Elisa, Elisia.
Okay. Well, Elisa with Amy, we are really glad to have you. And Amy is a good person to be here with. So honestly, Amy's been one of my best friends ever since I got into Tupperware. And it's fun watching her grow and just seeing everything that she does. I've watched her kids grow up. I tried to name Alex and she wouldn't let me, but that's okay. We got over that. Well, she did. I might not have. But anyway, so she's a great person to be here with. And does anybody have any questions? Like consultant questions or guest questions? But at least you do, because you're the guest on tonight, you get a gift from Pam. Pam is our business leader. I don't even know if I said that. Pam Clift and Jim Clift are our business leaders, and they're absolutely amazing people. Pam is usually on these on Wednesday nights. She is right now in Atlanta. Their baby girl is having a baby. And so they are down there and they're really excited. And she said, I'll try to get on tonight, but I don't know what's going to be going on. So apparently there's stuff going on. And we're just really excited for her. And she would be excited that you guys are all on. So, but at least you will get a gift from Pam for being on. And Amy, do you want to maybe post a picture of your cake on the Champion Team page?
Yes, I can do that. And then, and since, is it Elisa? Will she answer? I'll send her the finished product. So.
Cool. All right, so I'll post my recipe, which is 2 cups of cold milk and a box of pudding. And Amy can post her recipe. And I'm really jealous of that cold brew. I want you to know that. I watched that and I was not happy that I'm not at your house. So, yeah. All right, guys, thanks so much for being with us tonight. And have a great close. If you're a consultant, this is the very last night of Record Breaker. So you guys get off here and do what you need to do. Christy, good luck. We love you. And I will see you guys all later. Bye.
Thank you. Good night.